Okay, people. Frustration starts right here. When you start working on other people's websites, especially when you're trying to put the pricing together. It's one of them. And I haven't even started to put the actual checkout bit together. So, these are the prices for the services that you'll now be paying on Charles's website. That, by the way, is not the actual frustrating bit. It's making sure the right prices are in, doing all the research. It actually becomes a freaking headache. If you want a headache, just do this, and it will literally give you a freaking headache. I'm using the basket as the tripod. What you see is what you get. Got 4 meters off this. Just that, I think, that level. The problem is, I can put that in there. Of course you worry about stuff for customers, especially when it's bloody challenging. And by the way, tax man is coming next week, so I have a fair bit of coins that I put in. I'm looking for, so I've got 3p, 4p, 8p, 10p, hold on, 11p, 12p, 14p, 54p, And a badge? I was looking for that, baby. That's because I know what I did. So now, uh, 58 pence. £60. I know what I need. And I will have it. And I know I'll have it. As I put it on the invoice. And I've got to take 330 quid off one account and put it into another account. Right, so an update on the social worker front. I phoned up the lady from social services who basically got in contact with me, what would it have been? Last Thursday, 2 Thursdays, 2 Fridays ago. I basically phoned her back this afternoon, and I'm going to save her number because she's working for social services, and she's told me that they're still waiting. I'm still on the list. So it's just a case of phoning back every week, every couple of weeks. I don't know if there's another way of doing it. It's really frustrating because, it's getting geared to go to supported living, and I sort of don't know what to do. I am going to send her mummy's phone number, because then hopefully it's just trying to see how fast I can get things moving. I don't know what to do, and I don't know what to suggest or what anyone can suggest. It's the 3rd of February as I record this, Monday the 3rd of February. And tomorrow it's my friend's birthday, which is the 4th. And I don't know what else to say. There's just no words in what to say. Anyway, I'm getting back to work because I've got stuff that needs to be done for customers, and I need to be on top of it because I've got a shelving unit, and I've got a mystery to solve. Plus, someone wants me to cut this, right? And there's no way that I'm going to cut it. So there you go. That's another problem solved. So yeah, getting back to the whole social worker thing, I think the problem is, right? I'm waiting to move out, basically, and someone just needs to get the rear end into gear. I'll say that. And because that's just, I don't know how to put it into other words, really. I keep asking for it, and I don't know if it's probably not an emergency or whatever, but you know, we need to get the ball rolling now. We need to get everything happening. So, if you guys watching this, I'm in my workshop. I'm in the office, in the workshop, builders' offices. I've also been doing some Radiant advertising words there. I've sent about 6 emails all in one go. Because I've basically been telling my customers that there's going to be a brand new system in April, which we're setting up, where you log on to the email service that we're providing. Well, we're not providing it. You log on to the email service, then you send that out. That goes to the people doing the email. I've forgotten what email service we're using now. And I am leaving by the end of this week. I will have sold my mobile company. I've had to move everything over from one unit to another. I just can't store everything in that unit, so it's had to go. And the problem was I was getting a load of those Huawei phones. You know, those Chinese phones? I was getting a load of those. But back to the advertisement company. Because everything's like on the other side and everything. And so I've just had to literally get this new service into place. This new email system into place. And yeah, so hopefully, and I'll have literally sold 2 call centers as well. But yeah, and the problem was with having the phone company, it's costed me a hell of a lot of money to have all this machine learning and training and everything. I'll have a video on it pretty soon, so yeah. I'm in the pub. I've got my pint there. A bit early for drinky poos, really, but hey-oh. Meeting here. So we're outside. You can see the lifeboats over there, all dressed up, and the shimmer. And that's my bag down there. So, yesterday I went to a mental health meeting in the Clack in Crosby. It's now Crosby Lakeside. And it's Friday now when I record this video, but I kind of want to just add this to the end of the vlog, really, because otherwise it'll mean no sense to you when I do a video on it, because I'm going to do a video on Emmerich as a separate video. I'm not going to put it in the vlog because it'll just make it really, really boring, but I kind of really sort of, my head was completely mashed, kind of wondering what each, I mean, it was like an MGRX conference on steroids. But I think having, like, looking at mental health and researching mental health, and mental health research being a very important field, if you know what I mean. I felt a lot of the people there were doctors and nurses, doctors and scientists, and I feel that Emmerich could do with instead of its prodding and poking like it's probably done in the past, its new way into actually going out and actually studying people. And because if they're going to do that to use for artificial intelligence, and a good AI model is done through actually researching a person before they make a really good AI platform and a good avatar. And I think as well, AI would be good for counselling, and it would also be good for group therapy sessions. Everyone's got a smartphone these days, and and get your smartphone out. I think as well, this would be great for kids, because children, the young people, are the ones now that have got more mental health problems than ever before I've seen it. And I know people with mental health problems are kind of alienated. I don't want to go into that. I'm sure you can do your own digging around. But I do think the education has failed people with mental health in the past. And now it's failing people with mental health problems in the future. And you know that we've got the two big things, which is the S word and the A word. Can't say them because of YouTube, unfortunately. And my channel has already come across a few things before with talking things on these heavy subjects. But I think AI would be great for people who feel even more like alienated than ever. And I think it could I think technology can be used for the greater good. And in those situations, it'll never replace nurses, it'll never replace doctors. What it will replace or will make better is therapy. It'll make research in therapy a lot better. And it will measure statistics and use algorithms to teach schools that the young people are struggling and need better education, and there needs to be better support around kids and technology, and there needs to be the funding and the resources out there for those kids. Because I think kids are going to talk to an AI platform. They're not going to talk to a real person. It's the world that we're living in now, unfortunately. A lot of kids won't use a phone. And personally, if I was a parent, for my child to even gain the use of a smartphone, they'd have to use a real phone first. They'd have to use, they'd They'd have to know the phone number. They'd have to use a keypad, you know. I remember before I got my first phone, my first mobile phone, I had to use a real phone. I had to prove that I could use a real phone. I had to prove that I could text on a real phone. That was the rite of passage of having a phone and showing that you could use that phone safely and correctly. And I think the same with the internet, the rite of passage to use the internet. You know, and again, it's learning how to use email properly. Before you go to social media, I think. I sort of ran the race when it came to that, but yeah, I think it's just like little things like that, you know. And school should be, you know, teaching kids not just the good and bad of technology, but what the awesome side of technology is. You know, opening up the hood, the coding behind. I think kids, it's all about, I think these days, it's all about showing, not telling, you know. If the teacher's doing something cool, the class will follow suit. That's I'm not a teacher, but I think that's the way I do it, you know. Because